Certainly different colors.
Yeah, I mean, these I think are you know, the variations are kind of limited on this. I think we do just with a flame top or maybe some are quilt tops, but they're all all maple tops, mahogany bodies. Just, you know, it's the sound we're after, and that combination is what gives the sound. So we don't vary much on these.
The fingerboard?
Fingerboards are all rosewood.
Well,
actually, no, they're not.
No, we
they?
can do ebony.
No, there are some ebony ones as well. So,
but pickups, you know, electronics, everything's pretty standard on this. Again, quilt top, flame top, or of course, if it's a metallic or solid color, then it'd be plain maple. But and the ebony board is really the only options on this one. The Victas, when we get into those, there's a lot more options on those as far as wood choices and all that. But on this one, it's, it's the Les Paul killer.
Yeah, it's pickups are Amalfitano fullbuckers. I don't know whether you're familiar with them at all. Jerry Amalfitano is out in Texas, and I came across him when I was looking for something to use on this when I first designed it, and I'd read some great reviews about his stuff. Just, real good PAF style pickup. He does them all sorts of different ways, but I have them wound kind of fairly low output, more like most of the PAFs that I've ever played around with. So they're kind of 7.5 to 8K output. Very warm, very kind of sparkly sounding, not over loud. That's
very vintage.
Yeah, I mean it's real vintage sound. I don't know if these ones are unpotted or potted. I'm not sure what they're using at the factory on these ones, but he does them either way. Most of the old PAFs were not potted, the original ones, so I tend to go for that when on my own guitars. These I'm not sure which one's on this, but they are the fullbacker PAF sounding pickup. Real good sound.
Do you have a push-pull knob? Can you split?
You're supposed that this
yes,
one. Yes,
just
they
not
do.
On this one.
This
we don't know why.
They forgot to put it in.
That out.
Yeah,
yes, there's a coil tap.
Yeah, so yeah, should have a coil tap which taps them both.
That's cool.
Yeah, it gives you that nice sparkle then. So.
Yeah, I think they were trying to rush this one here for tonight, and I think someone made a little mistake.
Yeah,
so
they forgot.
We have to correct that one. So yes, normally it comes with a coil tap.
I think Lance brought a soldering iron.
He did. So we might end up coil tapping this thing tonight. Who knows?
We'll do that on camera as well.
Back to California, we'll just do it here. So we're gonna have a workshop here in a little while. So
soldering 101.
Where's the bench?
Can I ask a question? Did you opt for Honduras mahogany for the wood?
Yeah, I know that they've done some with African, because Gene has some really nice African mahogany down there at their shop.
I like the Honduras.
Yeah, I know it's tradition, but yeah, well, me too. Me too. But I mean, I use both in my shop, and they both have their place. Some of the African looks really pretty. It's really nice. It's got a silky look to it,
Yeah, we use both.
Yeah.
I mean, we really use both, and a lot of it depends on which models we're building, and do we need lighter weight, more grain? Because you're talking about the Honduras. So Honduras is just, I love the grain in it, and so when we're doing like different colors with grain fill, you're gonna want to use that. So it really depends on the different models, and Steve, lightweight is his thing, so we make sure.
Players of a certain age, all of a sudden the weight of the variety comes.
But we don't hollow them out to make them lighter.
No, we don't do that. No, don't do that.
Have you put a Bigsby on one of those?
Not on one of these. No, not yet. What? No, wait a minute. No, that's not true. There were actually originally 3 different versions of this. This is the solid. There was a chambered one.
Is that the 2 or the original?
This is a 2.
Okay, so this is the Valiant 2. Yeah. So on the original Valiant hollow body, we have a design. So we actually could.
You could, yeah, it could be done.
We have the programming for it, so we could do it.
So there was a fully hollow one with F-holes, with
it'd be a B5.
5?
Yeah.
Mount on the top?
Yep.
Yep, yeah. It's just not quite long enough to get a B7 on there. So.
Yeah.
So you just extend the flat part a little bit, or is it?
I don't think.
No, I don't know. It'd sit pretty neatly on that.
Yeah.
But that one, the hollow body actually had a flat a flat
If it was
piece on
flattened
the
out
calf.
more, like you're saying,
Yeah.
but we could fit it on there.
Yeah, yeah, it could be done.
Definitely could.
What kind of tuners do you have?
These are Spurzl Solid Pros.
Are they locking tuners? Or?
No, they're not locking. They're just the regular Spurzl. You know, some people like them, some people don't like them. The gearing is, I think it's 12-1 on these. So it's, you know, if you've been using something like the Goto Delta heads, you know, which are 22-1 or something, and then you go to these, it's like banjo pegs, you know, you're straight past the note. But I love these things.
Yeah.
I find it much easier to be able to get to where you want to go quickly. And I guess the coarser gearing, it seems to hold really tight. So, I mean, they're a good head, plus there really wasn't anything else that fitted the way these do on here because of the angling on the head and the angle on the volute as well. There's not room back here for a screw to mount them, so I opted to use these because the mounting pin is at the front of the head, so it kind of made sense to do it.
And that's a nice tight volute, and I like the position on the.
Yeah. I mean, volutes. I always put the volute on because I've glued the heads back on so many Gibsons that there's no way I'm going to do a neck without a volute.
No,
so
it's a nice tight one. It's
yeah.
It's way out of the way.
Yeah.
It serves its purpose.
yeah, you know, it stops you if you go too far down the neck there, but it's you know, yeah, it's not in the way at all.
Anybody else have questions about this one, or just to Roger in general, or?
What is the bidding start at?
Bidding's gonna start at what, Steve?
6,000 or 8,000, I think.
6,000 or 8,000. Okay. Roger will personally
These
put.
are my wealthiest customers. They have no problem with money.
Yeah.
What kind of inlays
I'm kidding.
were used on the fretboard?
This is actually power abalone. Power shell is the New Zealand shell. But that straight line thing was just something I came up with a few years ago just because I was desperately racking my brain to come up with something that wasn't like anything else.
Hard to come up with anything original these days when it comes to inlays.
Everything's been done. Everything's been done.
It's hard to come up with something.
Yeah. But that was, you know, that was different enough and simple. I liked simple. Keep it uncluttered. So, yeah.
It's nice and clean.
Yeah.
I like
Dots
it.
on top of the neck as well?
Yeah, it's got side dots on there. You know, most people only use the side dots. Let's face it. So, yeah.
Yeah, what's on the fingerboards for looks?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it's for the audience. Yeah.